Hello, this is Wizard of Legend, and I've really been wanting to try this out for a while, and I actually know almost nothing about it. I say almost nothing because I actually have played the tutorial, but I really love roguelites, as you probably well know if you've watched anything on this channel before, and well, I just kind of wanted to jump in and try it out, to be honest with you, and I decided what better way to try it out than to actually record my very first run at the game. I guess depending on how well I do, maybe my first 2 runs, because who knows if I'll actually die immediately, because I've never played this before, really. So like I said, I have actually tried out the tutorial, because there was no reason to, record that. But besides that, I've not actually played this at all. I've never even went into the first run. There's some really interesting things being done with this game, it seems like. So, I've equipped my spells and a relic, because one of the coolest parts that I've discovered about this game so far, without actually playing it yet, is that you actually get to choose a passive relic, just one, to go into the actual battles with, which is kind of cool. You know, imagine if you got to actually choose, like, Ipecac and Isaac or something like that, once you found it the first time, every time you actually start. That's basically the idea here. So that's sort of neat. And, I think I understand, like, the basic mechanics of the game. And I've also bought a cloak, because it gives you some money, the sort of meta currency to start with, so. Other than that, let's get into it and see what happens. I believe I go up here. It's a really pretty looking game. Okay. Looks like we're starting in an ice realm. So, very first run of Wizard of Legend. Let's go. Okay, it looks like it actually keeps track of the number of enemies you have killed. Oh boy! And it also looks like not all of the fights take place in obvious room layouts. This is just a hallway. And I got hit already. I noticed that it looks like you start with a lot of health. 500 by default, and this cloak, I didn't know what any of the cloaks did. It doesn't actually tell you, but I bought one called Vigor, I think, and it turns out it gave me more HP. More HP. And, yeah, that ups it to 550. But I'm also thinking, by the amount of damage I'm taking per hit, that really 500 isn't a lot. Really. Ow, crap. That's a hit. Doofus. Alright, well. So, by the gist of it, you are a wizard that has quite a variety of spells at their disposal. And, you can equip a lot of them at any given time, although you only start with, you know, some of your slots taken up when you actually go into any given area. Let's not do that. Take some ice, please. Don't get hit by the explosive barrels. Thank you very much. And the rest you have to find in the actual runs themselves. Very much like the passive relics, you can actually choose one, but the rest you have to... You know, I'm guessing the rest you have to actually find. You don't only get access to one. That's just as many as you can bring with you. Alright. I've also noticed that there is this blue meter below my health gauge that builds up as you myrtleate things, and allows you to cast that signature spell, I think it was called, on Q down there, in a much amplified version. Anchor of Burden... Volatile Gemstone. Tortoise Shield. These look cursed or something. I probably don't want these, do I? What do you have to say about yourself? Nox the Unfortunate. What a name. Choose wisely, my friend. These relics come at a certain price. Don't let your greed for power become your downfall. I'm guessing these will have like a, you know, a big negative. These are like cursed artifacts or something. Given this is my first run, I'm not sure if I really want that hanging over my head, so I'm gonna ignore those. Interesting to know that that's here, though. Okay, so... Yeah, I noticed that it's definitely keeping track of the number of enemies I kill. I wonder if I have to actually kill all the enemies on a floor to move on. Which would be an oh my balls, that would be an interesting difference to a lot of roguelites, in which you don't necessarily have to do that, and that's kind of the, part of the difference in the floors. Man, oh, God. That, you know, you can choose to kill everything to maybe get a better, like some better loot, or you can move on early to forego that loot, but, survive. Okay. That did a lot. There seems to be a really significant variety of spells in this game as well, which I like. And a lot of slots to equip them in, and some slots do different things than others, which is cool. And then you can also enhance a lot of spells, I've noticed. That's a lot of dudes. That's a lot of dudes. Oh, that builds up a lot of that blue meter. So just successive, very quick hits is a good way to build that up. That's good to know. Not just pure strength, necessarily. Even things like your dash can be equipped in like different dashes can be equipped, and it can also be enhanced, I've noticed, in the equip menu, so that's good to know. Oh, some health. Hey, you're invisible, but I see you. Ow. So far, the combat is really, really fun. Can I knock you off with the rebound on that? Yes, I can. Good. This looks like another shop. It is. Hello, you're kind of adorable. Virtuoso Iris, or Iris. Sword to craft Arcano and everything keeps freezing. Yeah, it is pretty cold in here, isn't it? I have enough for almost anything in this shop. Speaking of enhanced dashes, there's the enhanced version of the dash I'm using. There's also Ion Spike, that sounds fun. Rippling Rupture, that sounds like a song. And a Sail on Searing Rush. I'm guessing that's a dash that leaves maybe fire behind me? Well, I can't afford Ion Spike. I bet if I clear the rest of this floor I could. Although there's barely any enemies left, I only, need a little bit. I kind of want to do that. Although Rippling Rupture sounds like maybe it, sends spikes through the ground or something. I kind of want to clear the rest of the floor and come back for Ion Spike because that just sounds cool, and I like lightning spells in games. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. I've also noticed that if you go in a certain direction for long enough without dashing, that happens. You start sprinting, and you actually get some momentum so that when you let go of the movement key when you're doing that, it takes you a minute to stop. So be careful about that. Oh, good. Holy. Okay, sure. Fine. Awesome. Good. I'm glad that happened. Yep. All right. No, you don't. Does the dash give you invulnerability frames? I kind of want to test that, but I also don't want to get hurt. Let's just... Attack me with something and let me dash through it. No, it does not. Okay. I just want to note that for future reference. Maybe there is a dash that actually does give you invulnerability frames, but it's something that you specifically have to have in order for that to be true. Well, I have enough to get the, that spell. I'm going to go back there and get it now while I'm this close. Playing this with keyboard and mouse because it seemed like the right way to do things. With the mouse aiming, it's just the same way I play Gungeon because I just feel it's better played that way, but I feel like this would work with a controller pretty well as well. I just prefer aiming with a mouse. Alright, Ion Spike, give it. What does that do? Generate a charged orb that syncs up with nearby orbs before releasing a stream of lightning. The enhanced version fires both forwards and backwards. Interesting. So am I meant to kind of spam that as fast as I can off of cooldown to, Oh, it has 3 charges. Okay. Interesting. That was not how you dash over a pit. I'm just going to put that out there. Whoop. And the rest of the enemies are down here. Actually, it doesn't look like there are any enemies left on this floor, are there? Because all the faces have gone dark. Oh, nope, there are definitely some. Here you go. Have some of those. Ow. Holy crap, that does a lot of damage. Okay, so important is the placement of those, it seems. Thank you for the health. Let's go up here. So it seems like maybe those enemies, the enemy marker isn't exactly what I thought it was. Neither was the length of that pit. The boss room? Question mark? And a bunch of portals. Are those to the other shops and things? Because I saw like similar symbols on the ground. Yes, indeed they are. Okay. Permafrost Cube, Relic Rewards card, which I had one of those. Infinity Marble, Vampire's Eyeglasses, and a Healing Potion. Well, that would be nice if I wasn't extremely broke. I believe, yeah, that's 100%. That's the entire level. Okay, well. Oh! Oh, I think I see what that is. That's not necessarily all the enemies on the floor, but I have to kill at least that many to activate this and actually be able to activate this portal to leave the level. I see what that is. Okay. At least I think that's what that is. Counter rogue. Oh, okay. Ow. Oh, those appear, like the streams of electricity appear in the direction that I'm facing when I cast it. That's, oh my goodness. That's a lot of nonsense coming my way. Yep, I see how that works now. That's actually a little tricky to use, but really satisfying to get right. Which I'm guessing is probably the case for a lot of non-starter spells. They probably have a lot of, like, kind of strange uses. If I can just crisscross him in a bunch of those beams for, like, a lot of damage. Urgh. Can you, like, stop chasing me? Oh, it stunned him. Okay, it does not have that long of a range. I'm very hurt. Very extremely hurt. I feel like I'm not actually... I wasn't dashing enough earlier in the level. Oh, he's right there. Yeah, I might be screwed on this one. Ow. That does do significant damage. Okay, I actually got him. Whew. With like 8 hits worth of health left. Boss chest, sweet. Open up. Bunch of stuff, and gloves? Combo gloves. What do those do? Basic Arcana have an extra combo. Oh, so this will have an extra hit added to it? Yeah, it has 4 hits now. That seems actually really good. I'm guessing it probably synergizes really well with certain other basic spells that you can get that I've just not seen yet, but with this basic Air Slash, pretty cool. Unfortunately, that is not enough to buy a health potion, but I did get a little bit of a heal. So I guess we'll move on to the next place. Yay! And some gems. The gems, of course, are for buying permanent upgrades and things in town. I'm actually curious as to how those the big bosses every 3rd level go. I'm guessing, from what I'm seeing so far, they are really hard, but I don't know yet. Okay. Wow, wow. Good start. Have some fire. I've noticed that a lot of enemies, you can actually interrupt their spells and attacks and things if you smack them enough. So I should probably be doing that more than I am as well, but I'm just kind of afraid that I'm not going to get it right and then just get slammed with something. Ow. Like that, because I wasn't close enough. Give me that, please. Yep. This seems like a very high-speed game. Lots of dashing, lots of just slamming right up in their face, which is interesting because it's about magic and you don't really think of mages being in your face, dashing everywhere, you know, that sort of thing necessarily. Oh my god! Oh, I delivered them right back to me with that. That probably wasn't the right thing to do. Well, there we go. The run ends. That wasn't bad, I guess. For my very first try, I made it to the second place. Something I didn't get to show you, this is what the signature spell looks like on its own, that ice wave. But if you're able to build up that blue meter up there with consecutive hits, it looks like this. Huge difference, yeah? Very huge. So now, actually, I'm curious, hang on. Now that I've found that everything's adorable in this game. This is Mimi, I assume Mimic is the joke there. You can equip a relic. But now that I found that lightning spell, do I actually have it in my grimoire? Tomy. Uh-huh. Can I actually equip it as an arcana to go in there with? I'd probably have to buy it with, yeah, I don't have any lightning spells here. I would most likely have to equip it, or buy it with gems, I assume, yes. I do have some of these crystals. Is there anything that I can get before we go? I can show you this. Maybe, actually. What is that? Dark Katana. A relic, I assume? Sinister Ledger. All ledgers are sinister, let's be honest. Mystic Monopole. We have some sort of spear, an ice spear spell. That sounds fun. Heroic Leap. Probably a different sort of dash. And Flame Breath. Okay, yeah, that sounds fun, although a lot of the signature spells are a lot more expensive, as you can see. 75 of those. Oh, a purple one. Shift. Does that give you a blink? I do wish you could see what they did before you bought them. Like, it would give you a screen that told you. Unfortunately, you cannot, it seems. Unless I'm doing something wrong, which is entirely possible. Hello, who are you? No. I wish to keep my gems. Let's get this spear. Yay! Lightning aspect. Excuse me. Also this leap. I have enough for the leap. Frost Feint. Ooh, that sounds cool. Let's check these out really quick. Okay, so I got some new standard stuff. Oh, so that's actually not a dash. I guess it says dash after things that are a dash. I now know this. Designed by Virtuoso Michael Belloy. This arcana allows you to seize a foe and leap high into the air before crashing. Oh my god, it's a suplex. Yes. Let me try that. Holy crap. That's amazing. It's a tornado suplex. That's kind of incredible, actually. And I think I'll keep that. But what... Hang on. What's the, increases the distance at which you can grab foes. And what's the ice spear like? Spear of ice that impales foes and freezes them against walls. Spear is larger, moves faster, and deals more damage than the enhanced version. Well, I have to try it. Are all the spells this cool? Boom. Wow. That's actually really cool, too. That could be useful for getting things away from me that I don't want near me, like how I died in the last run. Oh, and you can hold it, too. I can't move, though, while channeling it. And then just... Wow. That's actually... that's a hard choice. The other one is a big AoE with a lot of damage to everything. And this is a nice straight line bunch of damage that gets things away from me and then freezes them against walls and does damage twice. That's not an easy choice to make. Huh. Well, that was my first run and some learning of Wizard of Legend. I will be back with some more runs of this game most definitely quite soon because I'm absolutely going to keep playing it because it's really, really awesome. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.